This video is sponsored by PokemonStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. They are compatible with TCG Live, and you can of course get everything on the website for 5% off using the coupon code ZapDoseTCG. This video is also sponsored by Cardmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can do it as well. And you can use the referral name ZapDoseTCG to help support the channel. This video is also sponsored by YourPlaymat.com. This is a platform where you're able to, of course, create your own custom playmat. They have, of course, capabilities to ship worldwide, and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So definitely check it out. Last but not least is Dragon Shield, the best brand to protect your beautiful cards. You can of course there's links down below for US and European people, and you can of course get your best quality sleeves available, as well as deck boxes and binders. Thanks so much for sticking around with the commercials. I hope you enjoyed today's upload. If you do, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, and let's get this video going. What's up YouTube, it's ZapDoseTCG here, and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. In this video we're going to be taking a look at some deck lists from the Obsidian Flames format, because as we all know, this weekend the challenges and the cups will commence for the Obsidian Flames format, and there's already been a ton of online results starting from the 11th of August, the release date, all the way up to the 25th of August as we're making this video. So we're going to be checking out a whole lot of deck lists today over from the play.limitlesstcg.com website. If you guys are excited, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways, and let me know what your favorite deck is right now in the format. So with that being said, I'm only going to be focusing on the big tournaments with like over 80 players. That's good for you guys, so otherwise we will be here forever. So let's see here, the free entry 200 store credit qualifier number 11. Let's see what we find here. As we see here, there's a Tina. Lost Zone Tina seems to be doing surprisingly well. There's Mew, Urshifu, Miraidon, Flaffy, Lugia, and we're going to be taking a look at the most interesting ones. First of all, the first place winning list was a Lost Tina, and this Lost Zone Tina, as you can see right now, does come back with, of course, the powerful Jet Energy. Make it a statement that Jet Energy is very good in Lost Tina. We did see it perform really well at the World Championships, and this also still comes back with Path to the Peak, and instead of going for Roxanne, they opted to go for one Iono. There's also that Snorlax in here, which seems to be more popular as of late, and with Water Energies, you can also use Radiant, Greninja with the Moonlight, Shuriken to of course take multiple prize cards altogether. So a very solid list. Not a lot will change with Obsidian Flames. This deck will still go rampant, even though Charizard is in the format. This seems to be one of the decks that seems the most popularity with Obsidian Flames. Then there is a Mew, and this Mew is very interesting, seeing as this Mew is the DTE Mew. Who remembers DTE Mew? That was popularized in the London and the Worlds 2022 season, and now it actually is seemingly back from the dead. People have probably cut down their Spiritombs, their Drapions, which I personally would not do, because don't count Mew out, otherwise it'll just take people by storm. So this is where we're at right now. DTE Mew. You also have the box of Disaster Throne in there, and the Echoing Horn. So with 4 vacuums and 4 Path. Path seems to be a mainstay in this Obsidian Flames format, so don't sleep on Path. It is very strong against Charizard, very good against other archetypes like Lugia as well. If they cannot bump the Path, it's very good against Chien-Pao. So Path is strong in the format. That is something that we can conclude. There is an Urshi and Inteleon. Let's see if there's anything spicy about that specific build. Nope, no new cards added in here. It's just classic Urshi Intel, and with the decline of Mew VMAX, they didn't even bother to add in Spiritomb or Drapion, and just went for more consistency. It's actually a deck that has some favorable matchups across the board. There is a Miraidon Flaffy, and let's take a look at what they are rocking with. This is probably like the Andrew Mahone 60 from Worlds with the Path to the Peak in there. It's a very strong deck. I still have to check this out on the channel as well, but the main thing is you use Flaffy with Dynamotor to power up Raichu for the mid to late game. In the early game, you can attack with Raikou or even with the Miraidon EX itself with the help of Electric Generator. You have some draw potential with Squawkabilly, and if you then slap down a Path, a lot of decks cannot handle that. So lots of Path in the format. There's also a Lugia doing top 8, so that's not bad, and it actually is the colorless build. We did see in the senior division of Worlds that the colorless version of Lugia did really well. with Duraludon leaving the format a little bit for a while because, yeah, there's a lot of basic energy, decks out there. Think about Charizard, Chien-Pao, Gardevoir. They're all playing basic energy, so Duraludon has left the building for a little bit, and that's where colorless Lugia can now slide in. You have the reverse energy, which works wonders with Luxray, being able to KO Palkia VSTAR, being able to KO Lugia VSTAR in the mirror match, but also taking down some Pidgeot EXs is actually pretty nice. With, of course, the help of Lumineon, you can search out something like Burnout to get rid of your Arceus, and we did see that Lugia is still a mainstay in the format, definitely with... This also is playing 3 collabs, by the way, so you can get rid of your 2 prize liabilities like Lumineon or Squawkability rather easily, and with Weirder absorbing all the energies all together, you're going to be able to slap for huge amounts of damage and still get that one-hit KO that you desire. On top of that, there's also Snorlax with Thumping Snore, and with Therapeutic Energy, you cannot fall asleep during your turn, so that's actually pretty good. A Lost Box also doing preferably well. This is a Turbo Lost Box with Sky Seal Stone. It's been a while since we've seen Sky Seal Stone in Lost Boxes. They have been replaced by Forest Seal Stone most of the time, but Sky Seal Stone with Raikou could still allow you to uptrade against the Palkia VSTAR or Lugia VSTAR for an additional prize card, and also works miracles with Drapion against Mew VMAX. This also is not playing any new card from the Obsidian Flames format, and we will see that with Obsidian Flames not a lot will change. The only new archetype sliding into the meta right now is Charizard, and people have been playing some grass type of attackers in specific lists to counteract with that. Okay. And then another Lost Zone Tina and a Miraidon. I think these are going to be pretty similar to the things we've seen before. This actually is playing a Spiritomb and playing 4 Path to the Peak. Is that a little bit overkill? It actually is shutting down your own rating ranger, but you can slap it down when you want it. But if you slap it down early on to slow down the opponent, you might slow down yourself as well. And then this Miraidon is probably another Mahone 60. Yeah, a lot of people are now piloting this Miraidon build to some great points, to be honest. So that's a top 8. And moving forward, we're going to be checking out, this is the Morning TCG Weekly number 19. And what can we discover from that tournament? It's with 80 players. Gardevoir coming on top. It was been a while since we've seen Gardevoir, but Gardevoir is still a mainstay in the format. This is a very consistent build with 2 Forest Seal Stone, 12 basic energies. I'm just saying, I'm just gonna get out Gardevoir and slap everyone around. You have Iono, only 2 rare candies, so they added more energy. They added the second Forest Seal Stone, and this is just screaming consistency, and it does miracles. Not even playing, I would definitely cut 1 energy for, the... other energy, what energy? Yeah, the energy that you actually reversal energy. That's the energy I'm talking about. So you can attack with the Shining Arcana a little bit easier for one-hit KOs. There's a Lost Zone Kyogre. Kyogre is a deck that was very popular during the last season, but now it seems to be coming back here and there. Is it going to help out against a lot of archetypes? This Pidgeot V, also with Forest Seal Stone, does miracles. You can use the Forest Seal Stone and then vanish back in the deck with its ability. There is Lost Zone Tina. We're going to be seeing so much Lost Zone Tina that there's like not a lot to talk about, to be honest. Pretty much of the same. If there's nothing new, I'm just going to show the list and move on. So it has been around for a while. This is another Mahone 60. So yeah, Miraidon finally getting popularized with, of course, Path. So as you can see, lots of Path in the format. Another Lost Box over here. And that is... also with Sky Seal Stone. Okay, so lots of Sky Seal Stone believers out there. Another Mew, and this is a fusion Mew, to be honest. Let's see what is different here. So they're playing Old Cemetery. I personally would not play Old Cemetery. I would be playing maybe... I don't know why they cut down on specific cards in the deck. What did they cut down for all this stuff to add it in here? 3 switch outs, 2 Nazball, 2 Featherball. What is missing here? Yeah, maybe like the Palpad. They said I don't need Palpad, so they added in like another Stadium Bump. But it makes sense in that regard because Path. Oh yeah, Palpad is here. What am I saying? So oh yeah, only 1 Choice Belt. So that's the thing. They cut down Choice Belt and maybe even Cleansing Gloves or Box of Disaster and added in some more stadiums for Path to the Peak, because Path to the Peak is a scary fella for sure. That stadium, you don't want to see that. Then there is the Full Heal Obsidian number 2 with Fusion Mew taking it down. This Fusion Mew is probably like Vance's 60 with a Crystal Cave, Box of Disaster. Yeah, I think so. This is a no, what am I saying? They actually dropped some cards to add an Asselgore. I don't know if Asselgore is the play or because like I haven't seen Charizard all that much. Charizard has been underperforming, but they still added in this grass counter because if yeah, you do see Charizard and if they're able to evolve, you pretty much lose the game because 330 HP on a Charizard is just a little bit too much to handle for Mew VMAX. Will we see a decline in Mew VMAX? Probably, but it all depends on how good Charizard is. This is the 9th place Charizard, so I'm actually just going to check this out, seeing as we want to see some new lists as well. This is very similar to actually the exact 60 that, almost the exact 60. They actually added in a Delphox V, which can actually multi-snipe, which is actually pretty good. But almost the exact 60 that we already piloted on the channel. I know it's good. We did win a lot of games with it. You have Pidgeot EX to search out any card with Quick Search. As soon as you evolve into Charizard, you have the yeah, ability to get any 3 energies. 3 basic fire energies from the deck instantly, so that's a very strong ability. And with Mew fetching Candy and having Arceus VSTAR with Star Birth on top of Quick Search, you're going to be doing miracles with a list like this. The only thing I'm concerned about is that will people tech against Charizard, or will it be going under the radar and just performing really well? A bunch of Lostinas, not going to be looking at those anymore because we've seen enough of Lostina already. Single Strike Lugia still around. We do see that they're now adding in the Cobalion. You wonder why Cobalion is in here. You can actually KO a Frigibax with it. No, just let's be honest, that's the only thing Cobalion is good for. It only slaps 50 damage, but its ability allows you to slap 30 more damage with your basic Pokemon against your opponent's Darkness Pokemon. So this helps Tyranitar V push itself over the edge to actually one-hit KO yeah, Charizard EX. And that's the only reason it's in here for. All the rest is very similar to the Single Strike Lugia from the past. Okay. That being said, another Miraidon. This is also new, Palkia. Let's see what this Palkia is all about. Palkia, Chien-Pao, very similar to Cyrus's 60, if I recall, with Lost Cities, would be barrel to draw. They also are playing Spiritomb for Mew VMAX, so people are still respecting Mew VMAX, and they should, because Mew VMAX is a strong deck in the format right now, definitely a top 5 deck, so having Spiritomb or Drapion to help that matchup is very nice. You use Lost City to KO something like a Manaphy, put it in Lost Zone, and then you can cancel in Cologne and uptrade with, of course, Moonlight Shuriken. Palkia VSTAR being a low maintenance attacker, and sometimes with Star Portal and manual attachments you can push yourself over the edge to use Hail Blade, but most of the time it's just going to be a replacement of Capacious Bucket of back in the day, just fetching energies. That's what it's good for. Then the next big tournament is the Late Night 128 with Lost Box, taking it all down with, of course, yeah, Kyogre build. Okay, Kyogre seems to be getting more hype as of late. Also playing some Roxannes in there. These Roxannes are very great because you can put the opponent to a low hand size, and you still are a combo deck, so getting 6 fresh cards while your deck is almost thinned out with some flower selectings and all that good stuff is actually pretty damn good. Then we're going to be seeing our first Chien-Pao Baxcalibur. That is the one playing the Baxcalibur, and they're playing a Revavroom. Okay, we haven't seen a lot of Revavroom at late. Most people are playing B-Barrel, but Revavroom allows you to discard a Water Energy from hand in order to draw cards until you have 6 in hand. And this deck is also playing that additional energy, so 11 energies in total. The cool thing is that, yeah, Revavroom cannot get sniped by a Lost Mine, so typically like Lostinas could like Lost Mine, B-Barrel, and then Path Roxanne, and then you pretty much are crumbling a little bit. But on the other hand, you do need an energy from the Iono or the Roxanne. So I'm not too sure how I feel about Revavroom, but this seems solid. You also have a Palkia VSTAR to rely on, yeah, as an additional side attacker, which is actually pretty good. The stadium-wise, they're not playing Pokestop unless they're playing just Skater Spark and just Beach Court. Beach Court is an interesting one because why would you play Beach Court over the other powerful stadiums? That is something I don't get. Okay, you can freely retreat into your Chien-Pao, but you can always do that by attached retreats. So I don't know how to feel. These Beach Courts are actually very out of place in my opinion. I personally would not play that in Baxcalibur whatsoever. There's an Arctina, and Arctina is playing the Superior VSTAR. Superior VSTAR having, of course, the capabilities of one-shotting a Charizard EX, but as mentioned, Charizard EX is not that popular altogether. So if you want to surprise people, you can use Superior, but you could also just play straightforward Arctina with some more consistency cards in there, because that's going to help you out more, unless you are very scared of Charizard, that is. But Path with Judge and even some Ionos in there is actually very scary for a lot of decks. So I see in this upgrade in the format that more and more decks are playing grass type attackers and more decks are playing paths. So you have to be worried about path. If you are a path weak deck, add in that additional stadium. There's also another Charizard here. Let's see. They're playing, Lost Zone Charizard. So early game attacker is Sableye, is a Cramorant, and then late game attacker is Charizard. So you take some cheeky prize cards with Cramorant here and there. You can also make sure that you can two-shot. You can use Burning Darkness for 180 and then spit innocently or doing back forward. So you can stop to 90, which actually is not a bad number to be hitting. You have Pokemon League Quarters. I don't know why you would be playing that in order to just stop. I don't know what Pokemon League Quarters actually is a headache for something like a Lost Box deck to stable sprinkle. So lots of jet energies, lots of switch out. So this deck just aims to just draw through the deck with Comphase, use Cramorant, and then has Charizard as a late game attacker. Very cool. Late night 127. More Lostinas. Let's take a look at this Lostina. They are only playing 2 Water Energies. That's a little bit cheeky because you will need to have 1 attachment and then 1 Mirage Kit. So that's very tricky. None of these can get in Lost Zone or Enterprise cards, otherwise you cannot use it. But they added in some more consistency cards like another Pokegear and more switch out, so that actually is pretty cool. So Lost Zone Tina is probably the deck to beat if we're taking a look at numbers. There's a Japanese Gardevoir list, just playing 12 basic Psychic Energies and not going for that Reversal Energy, even though I'm a big fan of Reversal Energy. They are playing, of course, those 2... 2 Zacian Vs. Okay, another Superior Arctina. Cutting down to 3 paths. Wanted to cut the edges right there by incorporating only 3 copies of Path to the Peak. First place, Charizard. So Charizard is strong. It can win tournaments. As you can see, exact 60 that we already piloted on the channel. You definitely should check it out to see how it works. But it is definitely a mainstay in the format, and with so much like hype around Charizard, people are attacking in the grass attackers, and that's something we exactly see here. Superior Arctina, that's what I'm calling it. Superior Arctina. There's another exact 60 of Mahone. So Miraidon with Fluffy is also surprisingly doing well. If we're taking just a look at the meta game right now, Miraidon's like the 8th place most deck, but look at the win percentage. That's 64 win percentage. So Miraidon is doing way better than I anticipated. And then people are testing out Chien-Pao VSTAR. You can test out Leafeon VMAX. How you're stopping Charizard is not the question you want to be asking yourself. You want to ask yourself the question, is Charizard going to be popular enough for us to actually add in the grass type Pokemon? Is it time for the grass type Pokemon? Who knows? Next is the Pokemon Battle Park tournament, and that was won by a Lost Box. Simple Turbo Lost Box, also adding in 1 Bravery Charm and an Echoing Horn to surprise people. Okay. Another Lostina. Yeah, same stuff from before. They're actually playing some Artisans in here as well. I don't know why you would do that, maybe. And a lot of mirror matches. If you're playing Lostina, you can expect a lot of mirror matches. You might be expecting yourself to get like Pav Roxanne yourself, and you cannot use Radiant Greninja, so there's that. There's this Lugia deck playing 3 copies of Path to the Peak. This is very awkward. Okay, you can slap down Path as soon as you're done with, of course, using Summoning Star to just counter. So everybody's on board with the Path is good in this format. And Cobalion also here to buff up the damage against Charizard. Did they face any Charizards? Yes, they did, and they won because of Cobalion. So if you're wondering, oh, how to beat Charizard with Lugia, that's the answer. This is a turbo Chien-Pao list with a 2-2 line of Bibarel, not even adding an Arceus. Instead, they just went for the full Bibarel line. If you're able to like set up 2 Bibarels, that's actually huge. You have Avery, you have Iono, and then Pokestop Madness to just get the combo going. Where is Canceling Cologne? I don't see Canceling Cologne in here. Okay. Yeah, they do have the boss, but no Canceling Cologne. Yeah, I guess they want to go for consistency over Canceling Cologne. The combo wombo is actually pretty good, though. Don't sleep on the combo wombo. So another Fusion Mew there. Next, Tournament of Doom, World's Hangover. Okay, this actually was on the 19th of August. Lostina taking it all down. And what's up with all these Lostinas? They're playing almost all the exact 60s. Not a lot, maybe like 4 card differences here and there. There is Superior is doing so well. Maybe I should purchase some Superiors while we're at it. So yeah, Arctina with Superior is very good. We see, yeah, this is the more preferred build, very similar to, is this Torch 60? Maybe, it looks like it, to be honest, with the vacuum in there. Yeah, Torch 60 of Worlds, 2 Reversal Energies, that's the Gardevoir list. Then another Chien-Pao list with a Rever Room. Why are people playing Rever Room? Why are they also playing Beach Court? I don't get it. I am not a fan of that whatsoever. And then another Arctina with Lugia VSTAR. So we have seen Shaymin VSTAR, Lugia VSTAR, we have seen Superior VSTAR. All these Arctinas can simply splash in another attacker and make quick work of a Charizard. Then another tournament here is the $200 store credit qualifier number 10, Lost Zone box. It was won by Turbo Lost box. It's actually not that turbo, no Pokestops, but they have the Tropius in there and the Raihan to deal with T-Tar and Charizard, I suppose. Lugia here, is it the colorless build? It is, colorless build. What? What's going on here? Now, that's something we really need to check. It's the Wish Cache. For every fighting energy attached to this Pokemon, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. So pretty much this meme situation going around. If you are behind in prize cards, you can mill out a Lost Zone box deck out of nowhere. Just Barboach, evolve into Wish Cache, then use Primal Turbo twice. Yeah, to get like 12 energies here, and then you can mill 12 cards with the Wish Cache. This is gonna be something fun. I really need to test out here. So that's way too clunky for me, but against Lost Box, milling 12 cards and being able to do it a couple of times, that sounds hilarious in my book. Also, if people are not careful, yeah, you can also use this Bouffalon here, put an energy attached to your opponent's active in the Lost Zone, so at one point you can run the opponent out of energy, so strong situations for sure. Definitely need to be worried about that Wish Cache situation. There is a Goodra. Check out this Goodra with Zamazenta and Drapion. So Drapion and Spiritomb, yo, pick your poison, man. You know how to beat Mew VMAX, and they actually opted to go for both of them. You really want to win against Mew with this, and then you have Zamazenta, Cramorant, Sableye, and even Greninja to rely on. You also have Rolling Iron of the Goodra. Seeing the Goo back again, yeah, that takes me back quite a while. Also, this 11th place Charizard, let's see here. Yeah, more of the same. People are copying. There's a lot of net decking going around. People want to be just testing out the more ideal Charizard builds. There's also this Arceus build. Arceus with Pidgeot and the Shaymin in there. So pretty much you can use Pidgeot EX to just get any card you want. So you can chair and scare loop, and you have Box of Disaster to dish out enough damage. Interesting. You also have E-Switch to randomly attack with a Shaymin out of nowhere. So funky combos, which you can pull off with Pidgeot yeah, EX. That's funky, man. I have seen a lot of funky lists so far. And that was the free entry, yeah, $200 store credit tournament. Full heal Obsidian number 1. Arctina with Superior? Yes or no? Yes. Seems to be like a deck that we see so much. We really need to see if it's that good. We haven't tested it out before. We definitely should. This is, yo, Chien-Pao with the Pidgeot EX. This is also a deck I already tested out on the channel before. Go check that video out if you haven't already. So basically you get Pidgeot in play, and then you can get any card you want with Quick Search. You're still very weak against Path, but if you're able to buff Path, Pidgeot can get you any card that you want, and that's so strong. They face off against any Path decks. Looks like they slapped around a lot of Arctina, so yeah, they actually are not too afraid of that matchup, and they can also use Quick Search before they get Iono or Judge, so maybe then they are forced to Iono or Judge because you already have the Counter Stadium in hand. Okay, Late Night 126, one of the more early tournaments here. Can I actually see those tournaments? Yeah, I cannot see the results, unfortunately. 125th, also no results. So I think we're gonna be cutting it short right there. So you did see a lot of lists already. What can we conclude? Arctina is good with Superior. Charizard as is in its in-between phase. Is it good? Is it not good? People have not found the correct list, or it's not that popular because people are over-teching against it. There is Mew also adapting with Astelgor sometimes, but DTE Mew could be also sleeping if people are not teching in their Spiritombs or Drapions anymore. There is also Lost Zone Tina being the most popular deck in the format, and that actually will have an impact. Lost Tina also has yeah, a good matchup against Charizard And we also can determine that Chien-Pao actually doesn't matter having Charizard in the format. So a lot of the same. Lost Box also still good. So the meta just widens. Path is more around because Charizard is actually better than people give it credit for. So that's my current opinion right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways. And yeah, if you want to, of course, see some more content, be sure to subscribe so you get daily uploads. But also check out my sponsors. You can benefit from 5% off over at PokemonStar.com for TCG Live code cards. You can get 10% off today by clicking the link down below with yourplaymat.com. And there's Dragon Shield for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. And Card Market has your back. If you're a European player, you can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name Decklists TCG. What do you think of the Obsidian Flames format? Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. What is your favorite deck? I'm very curious to hear that. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Pokemon TCG madness. Peace.